Vinny, what the hell, dude? Hey y'all, it is another weekend and I have some more bouquets to share. What's really exciting about right now is the fact that I still have some lingering spring flowers as well as some freshly new summer flowers coming in as I'm making these bouquets. And so that's exciting to kind of have that mixture of just the light, airy, feminine of the spring, and then you get those hot, punchy colors of the summer. For my harvest, I was able to get a decent sized bucket of blooms and foliage to work with this week. And so I was able to get 4 decently sized bouquets. And so this one here is pretty exciting because it has my pro-cut sunflowers in it. So these are freshly picked out of the garden. This is the orange pro-cut. They were pretty prolific in planting and pretty sturdy. There's another one that was in there as well. I have some snapdragons, bee balm, which is making this smell super good. I have some fleabane picked just in my yard. I have, I think, the last of my scabiosa coming in. I think this is going to be just about it for the season. They are starting to get a little sun faded and a little bit more wiry on their stems, which kind of tells me that they're not enjoying the heat up that is happening outside. What else have I got in here? I've got some calendula in here, and then I've got some of that really nice and airy desert broom. And something else I've been trying out for foliage, just as some greenery, is that Indian tobacco that I'd mentioned in a previous video that grows pretty freely around here. I did not pick it when it has the little white blooms on it. I instead picked it at the green for just some extra foliage to kind of bump up everything and give this bouquet just a little bit more volume to it. But this one, I think, is probably the bigger, I would say, of my bouquets. And those sunflowers, I think, just really make it. I offered a mini bouquet this time. This is in just a very small mason jar. Jam jar is usually what they call them. And this one, I actually wanted to use the dahlias that I have. I tested out some of the dahlias from my garden this week just to see what kind of vase life I could get from them. And I got about a week, which I think is sufficient enough. And so I'm hoping if somebody grabs this one that they will enjoy it. I think dahlias are just so decadent, and they just are so beautiful when it comes to flowers. They're just so different and they can all be so unique, I think, which is kind of neat. And so this one, again, a mixture of calendula in here. I've got what's left of my scabiosa, some more of that Indian tobacco, and then I have some snapdragons kind of hidden in the middle here as well. Gosh, I really love the fleabane, which is this little whimsy stuff here, and it just kind of randomly grows in my yard. It holds up for a little bit and it dries actually kind of nicely as well. It just adds that nice little airy, whimsical vibe, I think, to these little wildflower bouquets. And so this is another one that I made. Again, it's the same ingredients. I've got some pro-cut sunflowers in here. I have some snapdragons. I have bee balm. I have the fillers we talked about and a little bit of that Romanian scabiosa. So it's all good and great that I am now starting to get flushes of flowers to use, and my summer stuff is starting to kind of come in, and I know that here, even within a month or two, it's going to be major flower time with everything coming out. My zinnias, more of my sunflowers, my basil, basically, you know, all of the hot flowers of summer are going to be in and in abundance. And so that means I'm going to have a lot more product to be able to sell as well. Unfortunately though, I'm trying my local markets in this immediate vicinity and I'm just not getting the sales that I want. You know, I'm getting some excitement. I'm getting folks reaching out for things, people asking for custom orders and things like that, which I'm not open to right now. Because I don't source from wholesale flowers and I don't have any local other flower farmers I can lean on for product. So it's just me and what I have available in my backyard. And so I can't guarantee somebody that I'm going to have something for the next week or a couple weeks out or anything like that until I truly have went through a full season and can kind of see what I have. So anyways, that's a little bit of a downfall. And so I'm listing these bouquets out there in hopes of somebody, you know, just wanting to grab some fresh flowers for the week for their house. But I'm not getting too much as far as sales, which is a little unfortunate. So my only next option at this point is to start to reach out to actual markets where that clientele is coming in strictly to buy local and to buy seasonal. And so that is my next steps. Since I've tried locally out on my marketplaces, I'm not getting much of anything. And so at that point, if I do go to markets and try to sell and I don't get much from there, then I think that's a pretty clear sign that I don't need to be doing this then. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, trying not to feel defeated, but it's just the nature of the beast, right? I made a video previously kind of talking about some of the points of this area that I live in, and that it's not a high-income area. It's not folks with a lot of disposable income, and it's probably not going to be my primary market to be selling with. And so my big thing right now is just trying to get enough product so that I can actually have a booth worth of stuff to sell, because I don't necessarily want to be going down to the farmer's market with just 4 jarred bouquets. To me, that would be like a waste of time and gas, right? Because, you know, if I'm only selling those for like $10 to $15 of the piece, that would probably barely cover my booth rent and my gas. So that won't even cover any of my labor. So that's why it's important that if I am putting time into larger scale events or farmers markets, that I actually have the product to sell. You know, the old saying that a lot of the flower farmers and produce farmers use is pile it high, watch it fly. That's kind of what I'm aiming for, because we've all seen it at markets where you get that one vendor that has like 3 things and you're just kind of like, why did they bother? So, but yeah, anyways, guys, that's where I'm at. This is just going to be a short and sweet video, just taking you along with me as I cut those flowers today and then made the bouquets to post out on Marketplace. But hopefully, fingers crossed here, with the weather starting to warm up and the summer flowers starting to come in very quickly, I'll have some more updates soon. Thanks for watching, my friends. Take care. See you next time.